Hello and welcome
Hello? There? Who is this?
to
Our podcast
called
recipe?
For
Disaster.
Hello.
Hello again, Pat. It is. It has been.
Well,
Yet again, it seems that we start every single one of our last episodes with the same conundrum.
the same realization. Do you remember how long it has been?
Probably years by now.
Actually, I checked and I forgot, but it was 6 months. It was the end of September.
No, that's.
October.
We did record something at the end of the year as well. So it has been like
Did we?
3 months or 4 months. Yeah, at the end of
So it's not
December
that
at
bad. We did the Christmas special, of course. Who could forget?
your place, yeah.
Yes. So it's no reason at all to think that it's been too long.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it hasn't been that long. I mean, in the general sense of time and other temporal matters, it in the grand scheme of things of the world, it's fine.
Just a heartbeat.
Just a heartbeat, because in a few billion years it will all be over soon anyway. So
A few months here and there won't really make a difference.
exactly.
No, will it?
So I am really pleased yet again to be in this situation with you, Pat. I see pain in your face.
Yes, it's even on my shirt.
Yeah, as soon as you
On the back.
arrived and I saw his back, I saw the word pain.
I am pain.
It seems that it's physical and also mental.
Yes, there has been a little
What's been happening, Pat? Why?
bit of paddling,
Ah, yes.
some river, very low current,
Mm-hmm.
a bit of rain, and many hours.
And so you just decided to expose yourself to that
Expose myself.
to that
Yesterday, I decided to
situation.
expose myself.
Yeah, that's also an option. At least you were in nature,
Yeah. Well,
and it's on that it's unnatural, but to expose oneself while being in
nature.
nature. That's our being.
Where we're built.
Yep.
There's for the 20th year in a row, there's been a river marathon race thingy, which apparently is the longest distance river race thingies in the world. And as we both know, size and length is important. So this was
Depending on the situation, yeah.
the longest river thing.
As long as you know how to manage that length and everything, you know.
Yeah. Clearly, I did not.
And it seems that you were ill prepared, or no?
Well, I was not. If you're not prepared, can you say that you're ill prepared?
Yeah,
Because
true. That's like category on its own, probably. Yeah.
because if you say I'm ill prepared, that would mean that you're a little bit prepared, but you could have been more. But if you're not prepared at all, then you're just not.
At least you had Snickers with you and some protein bars,
Yes.
which we already feasted on before this
Yes, we did.
situation.
And some beef jerky.
And some beef jerky, big beef for big boys.
So yeah, it was a river thing. It was it took most of the day. I did it on a SUP kind of thing.
So you basically had a Ford F-150 pickup truck and you rode it down the river, is what you're saying.
It reminded me of RuneScape though, because it was a grind, very slow, results barely visible.
Ah yes, the epic tie-in to the topics that actually matter. Yes, but I'm glad you made that connection.
The grind, over the past few months, I've begun to realize that I am doing grindy stuff in my life. And I don't mean grinder. I mean like stuff taking a long time to finish.
Where you gain experience, probably, hopefully. Who knows? Yeah.
And it just takes a long time. So this was one of them. However...
And are you pleased with the accomplishment? Did you feel an overwhelming sense of accomplishment while you finished that thing?
It's nice that it's over. This is the dominant emotion. You do enjoy bits and pieces on the way. Like, you can have a decent time getting, like, I don't know, trying to level something up. You can enjoy it. But if you do max, then, like, with... in the game and in that particular thing, you just feel a bit relieved that it's over. And then you feel a bit empty. Like, what now? Was it really worth it?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Probably not.
The overwhelming sense of emptiness that you feel.
So it's more like
Now what?
really pushing some things just further on. And now they come back. And then you have to think of another thing to grind towards.
I see.
To push back the void. And then it comes, and then it goes, and then it comes, and then you max, and then you get the quest cape, and then it comes and goes, and you get a few pets, and...
So you are in a perpetual state of trying to fill the hole in your...
In a sense.
In your life.
You
yes.
could say that. You could
Yeah.
say that. However, speaking of pets, Mr. Ray...
And filling holes.
I do hear that there has been some developments, hasn't there?
Well, I mean, in the sense of the actual game that we started the podcast on, yeah, I haven't been there much in the recent days,
Really?
weeks, maybe months even. But I guess, yeah, I did finally accomplish the grindy fiesta that was the Phantom Aspa piece of shit, and I finally acquired the pet. Yeah,
You didn't enjoy it?
it was a journey,
Was it?
and to be honest, when I accomplished that amazing feat, I also didn't feel much, to be honest.
How did you enjoy parts of?
It was nice. I'm glad it was over, but then I also thought to myself that now I have to start doing something else, and then I did not log in for a few months in the game, and that's also a solution, I guess.
Did you enjoy a bit of the process?
Yes, I did.
More than finishing it?
Kinda, yeah, I guess. Like, in that sense, it was a nice and safe and easy activity in that sense that when you get to a certain point where like automatisms form, then you just like do the thing quite brainlessly in that sense. So I was just watching like a YouTube show or some series, and I just ran around the stupid arena with my Hofa, and it was a thing.
So it's fairly AFK, the Phantom.
I mean, if you camp just ranged and don't do like super strats in there where you do like the step back methodons and switch to mage and shit, then yeah, in that sense it's, I mean, in the literal sense of AFK, it's not AFK because you're still at the keyboard, right? I am, yes, very pedantic indeed, who cares? And but yeah, I could switch off my attention to it.
How long does it take?
To some degree.
How long does
is
it
my point.
take to being able to switch off your brain with these kinds of bosses? How many KC?
Probably a few hundred, I guess. I don't know.
Few hundreds.
I mean, by like the 50th KC, I gotten my method down quite like easily. So, I mean, it's not the mechanically challenging us. So, I mean, you don't have to switch prayers that often. Just have a single set of gear and you're like, how to go. Put down some tile markers and you're set, basically.
What was the overall KC?
2172 or something, I think. So I got the pet like slightly under a rate, which is 2.5k if I don't do mistakes in my mathematical numbers. It might be 3k, I might be 2.5, but I didn't get too spooned and I didn't get too lucky, so...
And the last one you did...
Or unlucky, I mean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The last one you did before Phantom? What was that?
I don't know. I don't remember. That was... I don't know, but...
But Phantom, was it a Desert Treasure 2 boss?
No, it was the... That was the Viking questline, but no, I don't know.
It is a boss.
It is a boss that you get to eventually.
It is a boss.
Yes. And now my next goal is to try Zalrach and get that pet, but I haven't gotten to learning to it yet. I have perused some guides. I have seen it. And yeah, that's my whole experience with a game for the past 3 months or so. I have logged in here and there. I have checked my bank paleo. It has gone down in time, and then I just press log out, and I'm a happy camper.
It's gone down.
It is down.
Oh.
Just like the stock markets.
Just like the stock market, of course.
Yeah. Of course. And here we are. How about you, Pat? Have you touched the game at all? What's been happening in your world?
Very little, and fairly recently. After the leagues fiasco.
Ah, yes, that fiasco. That thing that happened.
I did burn out. Like, I didn't touch the game, I think, a month or two after leagues. But leagues was fairly intensive.
Well, you did go pretty hard in the paint as well. With the leagues, no?
As much as I could, I played pretty much like the maximum that I could have given it. And last year, I got the Addy trophy. This time was Rune. I was hoping for a dragon, but it was just unrealistic. I don't know, like getting the... And there were people getting the dragon trophy in like, what? Half an hour?
Days.
Yeah, it was just embarrassing.
The first evening, basically.
Before the game even started.
Yeah, they already had it. Because they're champions, apparently.
I think this year was worse than last. I needed a break last year too, but not as long as I did this time. Mm-hmm. I was not interested. Last year I logged on and I reorganized my bank, and I was like, oh, and now I don't like... You know, you can do a lot of content that you cannot do on your main.
Mm-hmm.
I killed the dragon thing in Dragon
Elvarek on the end of Theory 1, yes? Finally.
Yes.
After 10 years, he finally did it in leagues with all the relics.
No, the other dragon-y thing, and you, like...
you mean the blue dragon?
Yes, the blue dragon.
What the fuck's it? Vorkath. Yes. Oh my god.
Forecast,
dude. Yeah.
And you kind of... I can't say that I got the hang of the Wook's walk, but I kind of almost... And a lot of the raid, not the tombs, but was the first raid ever.
Chambers of Xeric.
Mr. Xerxes.
Cox. You enjoyed Cox.
Did I enjoy it? Not the whole concept of raid was, I didn't know, like, this was my first raid ever that you needed to, well, you didn't need to, but you were intended to farm things and make your own supplies and stuff, and there's a lot of things in raids that
it's a whole thing in there, yeah.
Was unfamiliar to me, and I struggled with drag anything with 2 claws. I struggle a lot, and I can't say, like, I would never be able to do it solo without leagues, kind of hacks like
Boosts.
infinite food and boost and stuff.
I mean, eventually, I guess you could if you had the stats, the gear, and the time to learn soloing. But
I guess. So yeah, what I want to say is that there were a lot of mechanics that I learned then, but so much time has passed that I really doubt that maybe it will click on some level, but a lot of the information for sure is lost, which is a bit of a pity. But then again, like, I could not just for the one switch I have made, which I wanted to do for a long time now, is I have moved gradually from skilling to a bit more combat. And the only thing that I've done on my main right now is Slayer.
I'm glad you said it, Pat. Yourself.
Just
I had the inclination, but I stopped myself to instantly
Such self-restraint.
prime to say it. Yeah.
And Slayer is a lot more AFK than I thought. You can just, like, camp a prayer.
Yeah.
Just
Especially on tests that you can also cannon that are in multi areas.
but cannon. Yeah,
Blood Velds, for example. Blood Velds in the higher ditch dungeon thing with the cannon. It's like multi area. You can just camp a single prayer, put down your cannon, and it's just bliss, you know.
How do you increase your ball size? Because you have
Depends.
cause
Are you juicing or not?
you have
I think combat tasks, the tiers increase your ball sack's capacity. Yes, that's the word.
Because I think you start off with 30.
30 and then 35
That's
with easy tasks, I guess.
That's not really sufficient to AFK that much. So
It's fine.
It's fine.
I did most of it with just 30.
Oh,
I don't know.
look at that.
I didn't mind it.
One thing, if you're doing your boss grinds,
Yes.
are you also aiming at a few of the combat achievements, or is that no?
I don't.
Not
no.
a priority.
If it happens, it happens. If they don't happen, then I don't give a shit, really.
What's your tier right now as we speak?
I think I have done some easies, some mediums, some hards, but I haven't like complete. I think I did do easy tier ones, and the mediums seem too annoying. So yeah,
So yeah.
it's not that high on my list of priorities. I still haven't done the Handarin hard tires that require all rolls to be level 5 in the BA. I just can't be asked.
I've never even tried it, to be honest. I still
BA,
have,
you mean?
Yeah, I don't yet have the fighter torso. I cannot bring. I don't want to do it.
Just buy bandos, lol. Easy as that, Pat.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to.
I mean, doing the torso wasn't that bad. It was like 3, 4, 5 hours with random teams. It was like doable, but doing all rolls to the level 5s takes a bit longer, and I didn't enjoy the mini game, so I just I can't be asked.
Still better, possibly, than fishing trawler, but actually, I will go on record here and say that fishing trawler is not that bad. People hate it.
Wow.
It's nothing special. I mean, it's just
Them be fighting words for some people who can't hear.
It's just a shitty mini game, but it's not that bad. It doesn't deserve all the hate, in my opinion. Like, not even a percentage of the ass suckage that is the current library thing. I cannot, like, every time
At least you have a plugin for that.
Yeah, and then now,
Imagine doing it without the plugin. That would be like basically a form of CIA torturing. Would be doing it without the plugin.
Like, layering individual grains of rice and just it's unthinkable, is what I want to say. And there are multiple floors, multiple rooms.
different NPCs. You can't access all the rooms from the same place. Yeah.
No.
Fishing trawler is just contained in its own world.
Just click. Get your points, go home.
I guess the only annoying part of it is that, yeah, when you go dry on the pieces.
Yeah, it can be a bit annoying, yeah. But then again, you get swordfish. Who doesn't like swordfish? A few turtles.
They are dangerous because they have swords for their noses.
Yes. So
imagine eating a whole swordfish in one bite, though. They're fucking big, actually. In real life, I mean.
Sure.
You can't stuff 27 of them into your backpack, but in real life.
Not really.
To be honest.
Do they even have predators?
Probably.
Orcas? Orcas eat everything.
Orcs?
Yeah. Sea orcs.
Sea orcs, yeah.
Ocean-going orcs.
Ocean goblins.
By the way, how did you get your rune pouch? That's what I want to know.
How I got my pouch?
Yes. Was it through Slayer? How even can one even get the pouch? One is Slayer points?
You can buy it for Slayer points, or you can get it in some
Wasn't
other
Nightmare?
way, which I did. I didn't buy it for Slayer points, I think.
Either Soul Wars or Nightmare. Either one. But
This shows our very deep knowledge of the game, obviously.
So
we do know
committed.
where everything happens, at all times.
well, I mean, okay, that's what I wanted to know, because 750 Slayer points sounds like a lot. And
That's
like,
pretty steep, but again, in the long run of the grind, you do have... If you don't skip like a million tasks, then you do have a surplus.
so you're
And
saying,
if you hit the bonuses, like every
Yeah.
10th task, every 50th, 100th, so on, those points stack up pretty nicely, like eventually.
yeah, like I used to think that Slayer is still terribly slow, but
Yeah.
like doing it with as AFK as you can, it's actually all right. I used to dump all my XP lamps and all the extra points right into Slayer, but now I'm thinking I'm good. I Slayer is much better than I thought.
Especially when you get to extend the nice tasks like the blood welds, the dudes in the Seiya dungeon that have skulls for their heads, whatever their names are, that you can barrage or burst easily. I don't remember their names.
Demonic Girls?
No.
The
Like the-
abyssal side.
Not Necrials, but Jesus Christ, I am having a total brain fart.
In Zaya Dungeon, so they're not the Black Mask guys?
No, like the skulls for their heads, guys.
Skulls for Heads guys, sure. Yeah, one of my favorites.
All the hordes of people who are listening to this are currently screaming, "It's that monster! It's called that, you stupid idiot, Ray!" But
Oh yeah, Pat and Ray.
oh yes, it's the same, still the same people, guys. Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't changed
Yeah,
in that sense. Our physical states might have changed somewhat, but like not the-
nomenclature. Is,
yeah,
is
we
the
are
same.
still the same species, I think.
Who knows by this point? But
True.
Yeah.
We are an example of the ship of Theseus, probably. Yeah.
So,
Anyway, I can't. I don't. Maybe they are. Maybe they are actually called Necrials.
Necrials. God damn. Maybe. I remember that's if they are Necrials, then there's 80 Slayer. Maybe it's definitely over 5. So over 75.
They are a bit more up there, yeah.
Either 75 or 80, because 85 is abyssal things.
75 are the
Gargoyles.
yes, exactly, the dudes with wings,
Yeah.
who are grey.
Here's a fun fact for you.
Sure, do tell, Pat.
It turns out that if you... Oh, how much did you boss during Slayer?
I did the boss tasks I liked, so I did Orcath, I did the alchemical hydra. I think that was the grind I did before Phantom Aspa. Yeah, I did hydra. I did some Cerberus until I got that pet super spoon. Luckily,
How many stones do you get?
I only got like one of the crystals, but not the good one. Mm-hmm. Not the red one. I got the green one, I think, for Hegasians. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, I feel like my brain is like filled with sludge when trying to think about the words and the things that exist in the game.
The
Primordials, yes.
Primordials.
I did not get that, yes.
Did not. But then again, you were spooned with the medium close scroll, the ranger boots, so I think...
Yeah, that was also, yeah. And I got the Hellhound pet at like 300 something KC, so I'm a happy camper with that. I don't even care for the Primordials because I'm not an Iron meme, so it's fine.
But you did need to work on Scurrius pet, did you not?
Oh yes, I also did the Scurrius thingy. That also was quite spooned.
But not like 3KC, because I remember listening to someone who got them...
It was in the hundreds.
Okay, in the hundreds.
Sub 1,000, but in the hundreds.
It turns out that if you want... if you're looking for the Slayer Master who assigns the most boss encounters, it turns out that one of the lower level ones takes the cake. I think it might have been the guy or girl, whoever, living in Draenor. Person, yeah. Entity living in Draenor. I might be full of shit.
In the dungeon?
In the house.
Oh,
with associated with the quest. I might be full of shit. Either her...
Draenor. Is there a Slayer Master there?
No one uses... There's a quest. The first that you need to... I think you need to do it to gain access to Slayer. They send you off... Either that person or someone else, but very low level, and they just assign like skeletons, which is Verian, and these rats and like general categories, but you can boss.
Yeah, you can do boss task when you get like the general species of the boss.
Yeah,
in that sense.
Yeah. I'd like to do a bit of Verian. I liked Verian. Verian was one of the first things.
It's in the wilderness, though.
In leagues, yes. That's exactly why I picked wilderness. That you can do it safely.
Oh, yeah. You were one of the wilderness chads in the leagues.
Was it a sensible choice in regards to the build? Likely not. But I did like the idea of being able to kind of hassle-free explore Wildy. But
did you have fun, Pat? That's the main question.
Yeah, I think I had...
Did you enjoy your journey?
I had fun for, like, maybe the first...
hour.
No, the first hour I was waiting to log in because, you know, it was postponed, the release.
That's how it went, yeah.
I had fun for, like, the first quarter. And then it was just like a thing you needed to do, like a really...
Suddenly the realization hits you that, what the shit am I doing?
I have a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work, man.
I was pleased that it was less... I got way more points than last year. I made, I guess, way shittier reward choices, because with these points I just ended up making not that much money at all. With the paraphernalia of leagues.
The paraphernalia, the things that you used.
So I don't know if I made good choices there, and now
even.
You might say. And after that, I splurged a bit. Like my only available cash went into the whip, which was not that bad. And
so you were basically a Dungeon Master.
Oh yeah, who can't train strength, which is...
Did you have a gimp suit?
I just had the little ball, the red ball you put in your mouth.
And the whip.
Yeah.
That's halfway there. So that's nice.
Yeah, and mascara. And I bought a blowpipe, which I haven't used since I found out that it's actually quite expensive to use it with this game.
In The leagues or in general?
In general, like after now I have the blowpipe.
I mean, the darts aren't that expensive. If
But you need scales.
have the scales risen in price?
No, it's just I'm not used to having an extra ingredient in your weapon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, buy darts and this isn't enough. Like, what do you mean? And then you need
You
scales.
mean scales.
Damn, that was a bit of a surprise.
It is an extra cost, yeah, but it often, like, where you use it tends to offset the cost that you initially have to invest, because the blowpipe still is really good.
Yeah. Unless you're
Decent, even.
doing the fight case where there are no drops.
True. That's true. That is an investment both in time and money, so yeah.
I think I'd like to do fight caves again now with blowpipe, because I only did it with the room crossbow, and I imagine it will be.
It's more bearable.
Yeah, sure. But my biggest regret in life is that I couldn't. I did not have time to for Inferno in leagues. That would have been so clever. Learn the mechanics and then start. But I think decades away from actual my main account Infernal. So
I mean, if you do go hard in the paint on your stats, then and earning it through videos. Also, nowadays there's a really good emulation also online that you can use for the Inferno, which people say is actually like basically very accurate to the a main game, like Hicks and stuff. So you can basically train yourself up in there and then do it on your first try in the main game. It's
Look
easy
at
as
that.
that.
So I imagine that you'll have max stats and good gear there in the simulation.
I think you can change your setups in that page as well, like different gear sets, stats, and so on. It's very customizable.
Interesting.
And you can basically get down all the mechanics there and then just...
Have you tried it?
No.
Will you try it?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
When will you try it? I don't know. The answer is yes, maybe. Who knows?
I see. Yeah. Well,
it is in my bucket list, but it's in the bucket list for the years to come.
Mm-hmm. After all the pets.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna fill the pet log first. No, I can't fill it without earning it, because there's also a Zuck pet.
That's insane. Yes, there is. Is there a Jet pet?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a Chad pet and the Zuck pet and pets for every other raid as well. So I won't be filling a log after all.
Damn. Yet. This year.
This year, definitely no. Maybe next century, who knows? Things might change.
Things might change.
Yes.
So Zolra is what you're thinking of.
That's my next thing.
I think you can melee Zolra now.
I'm gonna camp it with ranged
Okay.
and Bofa. Not gonna do any switches or anything at all, because I just don't want to. And luckily it is campable with the Bofa, so that also might be a reason why I chose it. I can't confirm nor deny it, but it might be one of the reasons.
But aside from raids and fight caves and Infernal, what are the bosses that are not really amenable to AFK-ish type of combat? Who really need a lot of hassle? Are there?
You are talking to the wrong person, Pat.
I see.
But there definitely are some.
Scurious, maybe.
Well, Scurious was super AFK. That was nice, actually. I just wore my full Gothans and just fucking protect from melee, and
Just tank the bastard.
occasionally died if I got super unlucky with the stones dropping from the ceilings. But
Oh, you
other
didn't even
than
move
that,
from the stones.
yeah, it's That's the boss I like. It was nice, very nice in AFK. Yeah, I mean probably most of the PVM bosses actually like assume that you know some mechanics and you actually pay attention. Even like Warcat definitely has built-in eye tracking sensors that detect when you look away from the screen, and then he shoots his like one-shot ball out of the sky.
Oh yeah.
It has to be like that. There is no other sensible explanation to him shooting his ball of death every single time you look away from the screen for a second.
It was a lot to deal with Warcath.
I mean, it's when you get the mechanics down, it's like not that challenging of a boss, but to get to the rhythm of it, that you don't panic when he does the acid phase, the fast small fireball phase, whatever the fuck it's called, and especially when you get to the melee wooks walking or even the ranged one, then yeah, it involves quite a bit of different mechanics that you have to know eventually.
Did you do are you gonna do the walk?
Where?
Warcath?
I did the melee version of it, yeah.
Oh.
I tried to do ranged wooks walk, but I did not get it down. I kept dying, and the melee one with the Dragon Hunter lance was actually very manageable, even for a troglodyte like me. And I used that method, and it worked.
It still seems like pretty advanced to me, I'll be honest. I mean, I struggled with
turning on your true tiles and stuff like that really helps.
Yeah, for sure.
If you see where you actually are.
I think the closest thing to a Wook's walk I got was in the chambers of Serek, where you have a statue. It's one of the mini encounters or whatever. Mm-hmm. You have two statues that you need to melee, but if you're standing right adjacent to the statue, a rock will fall down. Mm-hmm. So you kind of have to do the same thing, that the minute that you see that your true tile is on the next to the statue, you click away and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Is that the statue which you have to hit with your pickaxe? No?
Yes, I think it was a pickaxe.
I have been inside Cox as well a few times.
I think you've just been around Cox, but you've been inside.
That sounds kinky.
That doesn't, oh, you have been inside. So you raided.
I have been into a few raids. Yes.
Well,
Eldas took me with him a few times into Cox. Shout out to Eldas yet again. And it was an experience and a half.
Did you like it?
In some world, I would enjoy it, probably. Maybe. In a few centuries.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the essence of raids and like bigger PVM in that sense is not bad. But as I've stated before in this podcast quite a few times, I just can't be asked to learn the mechanics and do it properly. Yeah.
Yeah, well, raids. Yeah.
But I see that in new Pat that you would actually do it and be successful at it as well. Well, you have the mental fortitude.
Well, now a bit of combat, yes, is would be quite welcome. But I'm super low combat, very low stats. I need to do a lot of Slayer before. Talking of, how did you? Because you can't, you can't train specifically strength with your whip. So how did you train? Like, what was your main weapon for strength?
I am.
Do you remember?
Wholeheartedly, fully on Nightmare Zone prod.
Aha.
I basically maxed out my melee stats in Nightmare Zone before I did Slayer. basically at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And for strength, I think I used... I can't even remember. I think I did a lot of my AFKing in Nightmare Zone with the whip on shared XP. So I got all three of them at the same time. It wasn't super fast, of course, but back then I did have a lot of time to spare and burn, and yeah, I didn't mind the AFK aspect as well, because it was actually perfect.
Was it perfect?
Yes, it was actually AFK, like in the literal sense that you could leave your PC for at most like 20 minutes at a time, and you gained XP at the same time. Didn't even have to bot to get XP. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, you can use like the bludgeon or like the Sarah's sword for specifically strength XP, or like rapier, I guess.
It's a bit expensive. I think rapier is like 13 mil
if
now.
You need end pad, then holla at your boy Ray here. I do have them in stock.
In stock even, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
And I do not use them myself, so yeah.
You have multiple, is what I'm gathering.
A single one.
A single one.
A single rapier I bought because it just looked cool.
Oh, it does.
I mean, it's one of the coolest weapons in RuneScape, in my opinion. Like the attack animation, the looks of it, it's just so fucking cool, you know. And I bought it at like 55 mil or some shit, and now it's like 40 something. Who cares? It's just cool.
I confused it with what's the other stab? The Fang? Osmondson Fang?
Yeah, you can also use the Fang for Slayer, absolutely, yeah. That's also a thing.
I think that's way cheaper, because the Fang, I think, is 13, but the rapier is
Fang is super cheap, and it's mostly better than the rapier as well, as far as I know.
Rapier's 31 mil.
Wait, really?
31 mil.
Jesus Christ, it has fallen off that much?
I wonder why. But how much the Fang, then?
It's probably not much above 10.
I think the last I checked was 13. Now it is 11.
Yeah.
It's dropped. But it's fairly good.
Insanely cheap for its uses. Yeah. Because it's a really good strength stab weapon. Yeah. And mostly better than the rapier as well. That's why rapier probably is dropping in price as well, because it's not that useful.
What is, like...
I don't know. Mm-hmm. I just used it solely for the cool factor. And back then, the Fang wasn't the thing as well.
So it wasn't as expensive as it is now?
Which one?
The Fang... No, rapier.
I mean, when I bought it, it was like 50 something or like 60.
Damn, big money. I bought one blowpipe and I was like, oh.
Man's fucking hemorrhaging cash. Like, I can't stand this, guys. I just can't do it, you know?
Gotta go to work now.
Work.
Yeah. I don't have...
But yeah, if you need any gear loans or some shit, do let me know. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with it.
This is gonna turn out to be one of these stories, like, you know, like 20 years of friendship, like... Come on.
One of the longest cons, like, of all time.
Lend me your rune med helm, and then, like...
I haven't known this man for, like, 14 years. And now, after all these years, he fucking scams me for, like, 50 mil.
Fucking finally.
Finally, he shows his true colors. I lend him a fucking Fang for 10 mil, and the man's gone to the fucking high winds.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread the price. I thought it was so expensive. I was like, oh, fine, we can be friends again now.
That's how you burn bridges.
No, already, like, because you've given me the dragon pick, which I turned into the infernal. That's gone now. And not even to mention the dragon d'hide.
Wow, That was an investment to Pat's future.
And let's not forget the
Hair? No. I
no,
don't
I
either.
wish. No.
I'm also lacking in that as well, so it's fine.
The clue scroll head covering, a fancy hat kind of thing, but it had another name.
Oh, you mean the boater?
Yes, the boater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the drunken thing, but the drunken thing was kind of like a reward. The other stuff you just like gave me.
Yeah. Our real man has to have his own boater. That's a fact.
You do use it sometimes when I'm fancy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also wear boaters occasionally, in game at least. I'm not that confident in real life to
Yeah, me too.
to rock a boater with like a pink string or some shit.
Yeah, I wish, but it's still better than going out bald. So
That's true.
give and take.
Anything's better than going bald, Pat. That's just how the cookie crumbles, you know? Just don't go bald, lol.
That's the...
Have you thought about going to Turkey?
No.
Yeah.
No. It's not just not worth it. I feel that I would feel so bad about being vain now. Like if you could do it like before signs start to show, like
I mean, you had your chance like
in
10 years ago.
grade school, let's say.
Yeah.
Now, no. I feel silly. No, I'm not gonna fucking put on artificial tan spray.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go to Turkey and
Wow, look at you, Mr. Confident.
no, Mr. Just like
Who gives a fuck?
yeah, and lazy. Like no, fuck that.
Yeah,
No,
that does seem like a hassle, and it costs money as well. So yeah.
sure it does. Plus, it's just being on the plane with like 20 other dudes
The other dudes with like the same situation. Yeah,
and a few like nose jobs. That's not a plane that I want to be on.
that's not your vibe,
Yeah.
as the young ones say.
Plus, Turkish Airlines was involved in like human trafficking, so that's also one of the downsides.
They also might get shot down, so that's also.
They might shoot us down now after this criticism. So we
Yes,
very good airlines, Turkish Airlines. Please fly Turkish. Please sponsor us, Turkish Airlines.
no, thank you. But if they offer us free airfares across Europe,
Then we'll maybe.
That's a big maybe.
Yeah.
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 So what do you think about King Narnod invading the other regions of Kielinor, Pat?
Come again?
Don't even.
Come again?
So what do you think about politics in RuneScape, Pat?
Politics in RuneScape. Yeah, well. Yeah.
Is King Roald of Arak an actual asshole?
Oh my god. Well, his wife is, that's for sure.
Is she?
Yeah, she's the...
Isn't he the asshole in that situation? No?
Well, the wife was really annoying with the garden thing.
Wow.
That's my take on politics.
This turned sexist really fast, Pat.
That's all I have to say about politics. Fucking women. And their gardens. Can't do shit.
No. I shouldn't have said the word politics. Instantly
I'm
it gets
sorry.
derailed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No.
We do not endorse nor condone any of
Women.
That's what Pat said. I am still Ray, and this has been our last episode of the Patcast.
Oh yeah, Patcast. Sure.
Please kill me now. Yeah.
I don't want to do rune crafting, is what I have to say about politics. I really don't.
That's a very loaded topic, Pat.
I'm not looking forward to it at all. And even with like You said Zea's blood runes are fine.
As soon as you get there, Pat, all your worries just melt away.
They would have been a lot better if I didn't have, like, if I needed the mining XP. It was such a stupid move to max mining.
I also did the same.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Do you have a chance at the pet, like mining pet?
I don't think
Of course not.
the chance
No,
at,
of course not.
the rune rocks. Maybe. I cannot confirm nor deny it, but I myself did not get it there, thus it's not possible.
Okay, I see.
That's how statistics work. That's how the game works. If I do not get something, then it doesn't exist.
Of course, naturally.
Yeah. Isn't how it goes?
Of course it is.
Yeah, that's all science, I guess. If a single person doesn't experience what the population does, then it doesn't exist.
Find your own truth.
Find your own truth. Make your own decisions.
Fight the power. Fuck the police.
Yes.
Yo.
We do not endorse nor condone any...
Police in this episode.
No! This man just keeps putting words in my mouth. I can't even finish a sentence. Guys, this man is clearly off the rails. He has been tortured, or actually he has tortured himself for the past 24 hours. And we sadly cannot do anything about it. He's a sad, broken man with no hair.
It's true.
Who does not want to go to Turkey because he's just that insecure.
I almost fell over.
And he almost died.
And spilled my water.
On my PC.
Oh, again.
Which usually does not bode well for any of us. But what does bode well are these tunes.
Enjoy. And now we're back.
There and back again. And a tale of
two mental hobbits.
Two mental hobbits.
Is that a drone?
There might be a drone sent to eliminate us once and for all.
Why is someone flying a drone? No, it's like a leaf blower.
No, it's like a machine that does things.
I know it stopped. It doesn't want to.
And there's yeah.
Yeah.
We can't keep it open, sadly.
Well, we tried. Yeah. The perks of...
Actually, it's not the same neighbor who I thought it would be, and the dog who I thought it would be. It's the other neighbor now.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. As I said before, Pat, as soon as one person finishes, another dude starts up. I assume it's a dude, but I don't want to be sexist here. A person starts.
When one door closes, another opens.
Another machine starts whirring, and another dog starts barking.
I left my hat on. I am very sorry.
It's fine. I like it when you wear a hat. Pat.
When you're not blinded.
Flashbangs.
Sheer beauty of it.
Yeah.
However, the part that everyone has been waiting for a few months now.
For the past hour,
We
thinking, why won't these two goons shut the hell up about whatever the fuck they're talking about and finally get to the quiz?
Good part. We have some unanswered questions, sir.
And we do have some answers here and there, but does any of us know the answers? That's up for debate, and we shall see right now. Hi, Pat.
Oh, hello, Ray. Do you wanna?
What's good?
Some questions.
I want to ask, and I do want to answer as well.
Yes, please. I would like to ask first, if that's okay. I'm.
Look at Mr. Go-Getter over here. So snappy and full of energy. Yes, Pat. My body is ready, but if I myself am ready, we shall see.
We shall see.
We shall, and we will see now.
The harder, her, or these are
Herder, please.
her. I see.
Please ask.
Well, that really depends on how well you recall a certain quest called the Dream Mentor. Dementor.
I do know that it exists. I have done it. And yeah.
Good. That already puts me in a frame of mind, so to speak. And if you recall, there's an NPC you meet along the way called Cyrus, or cough syrup or something. Sir Cyrus, kind of like the guy from Matrix, but I think the spelling was a bit different. So let's
Neo,
call him...
I mean, that's spelled differently.
Yeah, him. So you meet him, and he's a bit useless. He rings any bell? Yeah.
I think so.
Right. So you enter like his dream to do some stuff.
Beat
for
some
him.
people up because he needs help.
No, and you help by beating people up.
That's how you usually do it.
He boasted some impressive stats, you could say.
Oh.
But he had one particular, I could say, shortcoming. It might be classified as. He had a nuance to his life and to his living style in the game.
Yeah, I guess there was something about it.
So the question is, what was his deal? What was the thing that he couldn't do, was bad at? What was the thing you needed to fix inside his dream? What did he need to overcome?
Do we have options?
We do.
Yes, please.
We do.
I might have an inkling of an answer, but I do want to hear some options, please.
So option number A. He could not make summer pies.
Okay, what's option B?
Was that he was afraid of combat.
Yes, and C?
Was that he fell asleep as soon as he started to engage in any content. He was an...
narcoleptic.
Exactly, narcotics.
He did hard drugs constantly.
What was his deal out of these three options?
Jesus Christ. Is there an option D as well?
He was depressed.
Maybe C then.
That he fell
asleep.
And that's something that he was maybe afraid of.
I do remember him having some like kind of confidence issues or some shit. Wait, he was... what was option B again?
That he was...
combat thing.
Afraid of combat.
Yeah, I was thinking about B or C.
So we're gonna lock in?
B, I guess.
We're gonna lock in B? Are you sure?
I mean, he did have some kind of issue with hiding things. But yeah, was he afraid or did he fall asleep?
Who knows? Well,
B then.
We can resolve this.
We are B.
In a moment. It was, in fact, and is the correct answer.
Exactly.
He was afraid of combat, and he listed his skills, and one was that he could make summer pies, so he was 95 cooking, and he also had 99 farming. He could plant spirit trees, and he had 99 something else. Like there was one specific task. Oh, he could smith full rune. So he had all of these skills maxed.
An absolute champion.
His combat was shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so that was his deal. Yeah, Mr. Cyrus Cough.
And I remember him having a very interesting gear setup. He had like a D-Met helm, like an Arim's body or some shit.
He had the whip.
Yeah.
He had fancy... He had a good bank.
He had an interesting idea of what the combat triangle is.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, he just mixed... Yeah.
But I mean, that can be respected if you match your gear according to just looking fucking cool, you know?
Which he did.
Yeah.
He did look the part, but he was annoying. He was really annoying. Horrible person. I wouldn't have helped him.
Yeah. So, Pat, which one would you like?
Let's ease into it.
They're not actually like that comparable. They're
Yeah.
both kinda
Every
in the
goddamn
same.
episode's the same.
I don't-
Would you like the harder or the easier? Well, they're kind
Then
of the
again,
same.
okay, fine, Pat. I'll ask you this: the third age pickaxe,
Oh.
the most expensive item in the game, well over max cash, like 5 times over. What's it an equivalent to in terms of mining speed and its special attack? Which, like, actual obtainable pickaxe is its equivalent?
So it's either dragon or crystal, but crystal...
Would you like options?
Yes, please.
A dragon pickaxe,
Uh-huh.
a crystal pickaxe,
Oh.
or a rune pickaxe?
No, I'm trying to think. Well, what was the difference between a dragon and a crystal? I've no crystal equipment. Crystal pick needed. Oh, it degraded, didn't it?
Do you want the hint as well?
But which one? Yes.
The crystal pick is the best pickaxe in RuneScape in terms of its stats, its mining speed and such.
Third age.
But is the third age equivalent to it in its mining speed and special attack? That is yet to be answered.
You know, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that it's equivalent to the dragon pick.
Is that your final answer, Pat? Don't look at my face. I'm not gonna give you any obvious hints as you did, Mr. Helpful.
Yes.
That is. Let me see. The correct answer, Pat.
Oh, let's go.
The gosh darn correct answer. Even if it is exorbitantly priced, then yeah, its equivalent is the dragon pick, and the third age pick itself is just for
Cosmetic, essentially.
yeah, basically just to show that you're a fucking degenerate or that you're just lucky
But
to get it from Master Clues. I think
how's the crystal pickaxe better? Faster?
it has a faster mining speed, yeah, but I think the special attack is the same, and it degrades. Yeah, that's its deal as well.
Huh.
Well, yeah. There we have it, Pat.
I see. Now, I
May
might
I hear?
have forgotten the question.
He was so confident
Wait, it was
before.
It was right here. So let's see if I can. It might have. It was.
If only we had invented a way to retain these sorts of things.
If only you could write down something that you didn't have to remember it.
That's.
Alas. No, let's see. I definitely. Well, we had the question. What was it? It must have been Slayer because I was doing some Oh no. I actually might think that one of the questions was the fun fact that I so thoughtlessly shared before.
I also do not remember it, so it's fine.
Wait a minute now. You go and do some stuff, and then you gain XP.
That's how it usually works in these sorts of games, yeah.
Then you move on to some other stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go AFK for a while. And then... Fuck. What was... Fuck it. Alright.
Wow.
We're doing it live.
Damn thing sucks.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Summer pies.
What about him?
Summer pies. 95 cooking. The most top-notch thing you can do with your cooking. 5 other levers are useless. What in addition to... And I do believe it's 11 hit points.
12, I think.
Please don't contradict me.
Per half a pie.
11 hit points. You sad little man.
Wow. But still per half a pie.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, it is.
What's the other thing that the summer pie gives you? Like, it doesn't only give hit points; it gives an additional
Two
bonus.
things even. It restores your stamina or your run energy, and it also gives you an agility boost of +5.
Fine. Just don't point even for my
Oh,
options.
I'm
then.
sorry. I'm sorry, Pat. I apologize.
How are you so well versed with summer pies?
I have used them in my time for quite a few times.
You know,
Yes.
for agility bonus for shortcuts.
I started at the RD agility course at like 87 or 88 agility, and I boosted it because you need 90 to do it. So yeah,
All right,
I caught you there, my good sir.
Mr. Pie Master.
I do love a nice pie.
I haven't had pie in a long time. Okay, yeah, that was.
All the pies are nice.
So yeah, children. Summer pie gives you agility and
Stamina boost, or it restores your run energy.
oh god, yeah.
Also, Phantom Husband drops them as his supply drops sometimes.
That's decent
Yeah,
of him.
that's also pretty nice when you run out of stamina potions, and you can use the summer pies to restore your run energy because you run around in there a lot.
All right,
Yep.
that's
There you have it.
there you have it.
So, Mr. Pat, yet again.
Yes, I am.
If you count out sailing,
Oh yes, sailing. Yeah.
we didn't even talk about it.
Fuck sailing. I mean.
I love sailing. I voted sailing.
Well, we all did. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I did. I don't remember.
It looks nice.
Have you tried the alpha?
No.
No. Okay.
I wanted to try it, but I saw it on multiple streams and videos, and it looked really cool. And also Eldest said it's cool, so so I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you don't count sailing, what is the newest skill added to old school RuneScape? Bar sailing.
Hit points.
Would you like would you like options?
Yes, please.
Hunter. Is it farming? Is it slayer? Or is it agility?
You know, I'm gonna go with hunter.
Is that your final?
Yeah, because
Destination.
Slayer, I don't think so. Agility, nope. Farming, highly doubted. Well, maybe farming, but I'm more inclined towards hunter.
Well, it seems that your inclination, Pat, has laid you down the path of righteousness.
Yes!
It's the correct answer.
Oh, yes.
It was hunter, but farming wasn't too far behind.
Yeah, no,
They were both released in the same year.
in the same year. But do you know the first skill that was already like RS3? Could it have been dungeoneering?
That was an RS2 already. I think like divination maybe was like RS3.
So let me rephrase. What was the
Summoning was also in the tail end of RS2.
like? What was the first skill that we don't get in OSRS?
I think it's summoning or dungeoneering, either or.
Either or.
I think. Yeah.
All right.
Well, there you have it. 2 for 2. 4 for 4.
Folks. Let's move on, shall we?
Sure.
Yeah.
How about the rings then?
How about them? How about them?
So what's good with the rings, Pat?
Like, I know it's hard to believe, but I'm even less prepared with this question than I was with my second game question. But I do have it now.
But he did do some epic speed research.
Oh,
and
yes.
he does have it.
Top questions of Lotre. Sure.
Hit me.
Who
Good start.
is the author of The Red Book of Westmarch?
The Red Book. Is it? Do we have options?
Yes. Would you like them?
Yes.
Are you sure? Would you like to lock in
No.
the options?
Yes.
Well, first, of course, is Bilbo. Duh. Then, option number B.
Yes, please.
Sir Pippin.
Fuck. Who finished it?
And option number C.
Frodo. Sam. Aragorn. Your mom.
Your mom.
My mom and yours.
Both our moms.
Wow. So what's the third or fourth option? I don't even know. Bilbo, Pippin, and...
Drogo.
Who's Drogo?
I think he's Frodo's dad.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So here you go.
Do you want the original author or like who finished it?
This...
Then again, oh shit, yeah.
This question, these answers...
Pippin then. No. Fuck no. I'll lock it in. Fuck it, Pippin.
It's a bit of a curveball because the Red Book of Westermarch was finished by Mr. Frodo and also Sam.
Yeah, that was my OG thought that Sam added some
history
chapters to it of his story in the end.
But the original author was Bilbo.
So you still wanted the fucking OG author?
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
Pat.
Yeah. Pippin, sure, he wrote a bunch of stuff, but not this in particular. He wrote shopping lists and
grog lists, probably.
Yeah.
The recipe for long bottom leaf or some shit.
Yeah. He did a lot of genealogy and history and shit, but yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fine, Pat.
Oh no, now I'm gonna be
sorry.
sorry.
So, for you, I have this question.
Oh no.
Speaking of elves.
Speaking of elves.
What kind of elf is Legolas?
The best. Oh, he's a wood elf.
Do you want the options?
Sure.
Was he an Oldorin elf? Was he a Sindar? Was he a Valar? Or was he an orc?
You really did retaliate. So what was A and B?
Oldorin, or was he Sindar?
Let's go with Sindar. Because it rhymes with
Legolas.
Gimli, yeah.
Singly, Sindari. Is that your option?
Well, sure, because I'm fairly sure he's not an orc. He's not option number C.
He's not the Valar because he's an elf, yes.
However, yeah. B. Sindar.
Yeah, you're right, Pat. That's the
thank
correct
God.
answer.
Thank God.
He is a Sindar elf, or one of the not like the dark elves, but he was of the sort of elf that hadn't seen a light of the two trees. Oldorin elves were like a high society of elves who originally came from lands when the two trees were still up and they saw a light, and then and the Sindar elves are not those elves.
The other elves.
They are the other.
So Galadriel is...
Oldorin, yeah.
She has seen some trees.
She has seen some shit in her time, yeah. And the light of the trees is still reflected in her eyes and in her hair.
But the eyes of Legolas is just...
Emptiness.
Dead fish.
Dullness. Other option for this question was that who is the father of Legolas?
Ugh,
But I guess you know that probably.
I forgot.
A, is it Frodo? B, is it Drogo? C, is it Pippin? Or D, is it Thranduil?
Yeah. Thor, maybe, was...
Yeah, it was Thor.
Mm-hmm.
That's the correct answer, Pat.
Oh, look at that.
Thor's his dad.
Perfect.
There you go.
And there you have it.
Wow.
Some good tasting water there.
That is some proper water in these glasses. Wow, it splashed.
Some
even.
went into my eye. Look at that.
We are not joking, it is actually tap water. we have
aged.
we have come this far.
We have.
That we're having regular old tap water.
No more trees in our eyes.
Nope.
No.
Just
Water.
dullness. Dead fish.
I have been Pat.
Yeah, I think it's high time when I have been Ray as well.
And continue on to be.
Probably.
Hopefully.
Eventually. And this also was the podcast.
I think it was called some kind of a recipe.
For something.
I'm sure it's a disaster.
Yeah, same.
Until next time.
Until next time. Toodles!